Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SandStorm meetup. Today, I am joined by Julian from FANZ. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you? How are you? Excellent. Him from Argentina. How are you doing there?
All the way from Argentina. I'm over here in Kentucky, America. Appreciate you coming on the show today. Thank you very much. Excited to talk about FANZ and what you guys are doing. Usually like to start out with a little bit of an introduction. So if you want to tell me a little bit, I guess, about the team and a little bit about yourself, how you got into the crypto space.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sharp, for the introduction. Well, I'm right now finishing my software engineering degree in IDBA, the top university from Argentina to study anything related to engineering. I entered the crypto space. This is quite a quite good question. This began in 2016 when my father came up to me and he found it like he encountered with this thing called Bitcoin, and he told me, "Dude, you were the one studying software engineering, so you tell me what is this? Like, explain me what's Bitcoin." And I started like searching, studying, and learning about this new technology, and I really got like trapped in this new technology. I started a little project in 2017. It failed because I
Mm-hmm.
was missing a lot of tools. I didn't know how to code even a website, even one line of code.
Yeah.
And if you want to launch your own project in the crypto space, it's really, really important for you to know how to code or to have a co-founder, a technical co-founder. It's extremely important. So in my case, I didn't, nor me nor my father were technical co-founders. So we ended up failing. In that moment, we wanted to hire a Solidity developer, but in that moment, finding a Solidity developer was like finding someone smoking below the water. So it was almost impossible.
Yeah.
And well, the decision I took in 2017 was to dive deep into what software engineering degree is, and I started studying a lot. And on my side, I started studying a lot about cryptocurrency, Web3, blockchain, NFTs, and so on. And a few years later, I met my actual co-founder in college,
Mm-hmm.
and we had the same interests in related to crypto, to the crypto space. And in one subject of the college, we met one of the Decentraland's co-founder. He was our professor.
Oh wow.
That was amazing, and that was like the first step to what happened in all this particular year. Like from the previous 12 months, everything was like in a cascade, and I wouldn't even realize that. It's like Steve Jobs has one commencement speech that he tells everyone about how from the point of view when you are 20 you are young, and from the point of view when he was like 40 something, and
Mm-hmm.
he tells everyone like from the younger point of view it's very difficult to know if a class will change your life, but from the older point of view it's like you look back and you see how everything connect. It's
Yeah.
like you connect the dots. And well, the example I'm doing is not the same as Steve Jobs, but it's like a little part. Like one class make me and my co-founder met the founder of Decentraland, and that shifted into creating a little project, which made us start knowing a lot about metaverses and made us realize that in Decentraland specifically, there was a ticketing issue. There was
Mm-hmm.
no way to monetize your events on the metaverse. So we realized that we need to solve this using NFTs. Not only for Decentraland, we started on that metaverse because of the connection. We would love to expand to other metaverses, and that's was the foundation brick for fans. A
Wow.
couple of months
That's
later, we met. I don't know if you guys remember the Vitalik meetup in Argentina, December from 2022 last year. Santi Siri and Vitalik came to Argentina and hosted
yeah.
an event. And I had that moment when my one of my team members told me, "Hey Julian, the tickets for Vitalik meetup are up in Eventbrite. Go claim one." I took like 4 minutes since the tickets were released, and I went to claim it, and I didn't have any more stock. They got all claimed up. So I started posting on Twitter like hashtag Vitalik. I pay whatever to get one ticket for Vitalik. Nobody had one, or the ones who asked us like for 5 Ethereum. So I was not going to pay for that for a free ticket until someone asked me like $5. And that moment we traded WhatsApps, and we were like, and now what? He told me to send him the money through an electronic payment system that works here in Argentina, which is called Mercado Pago. And I was like trusting him. I sent him the money, and he didn't answer. I was like, oh, he's going to scam me. I don't know. He will block me. And 30 minutes later, he asks for my email and he sends me the ticket. And that moment, I was still afraid. I had the ticket, but nothing made me sure I was going to enter. If he went first to the event, if that QR was scanned one time, I would be left out. So the point was, I was not scared in the part of buying it, but I was also scared in the part of I already got the ticket. So the point is that made us like shift our mindset. We were solving one problem for the metaverse that wasn't even solved in the real world yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the I went to the event. I met Santi City at that moment, post event, and he told me, "Yeah, that's definitely a good idea, and it's excellent that this happened to you today. You need to expand your market and don't only solve that problem for the metaverse users, solve it for everyone."
Yeah.
So there we shifted our mindset and we opened to the two markets. And right now, like 7 months after that event, we launched into IRL events, and we take like decentralized events in the metaverse and in real life events in all the world.
Nice. I mean, that's a great startup story. Just the fact that your professor was one of the founders of Decentraland, like it all meets up. And yeah, just, reading through your project, obviously, you guys are doing blockchain tickets essentially, which, I think is going to be one of the biggest markets for NFTs and blockchain in general, because I just think about, when I go to an event, like if I go to an NBA game, or even if I go to something like the aquarium, like most of the time you save that ticket to like collect it and it be a memory, but sometimes those can build up and you look like a hoarder. But if you can store all these things on the blockchain where, someone is able to look at your profile and see like, oh, you went to, NFT NYC in 2022, or, you went to the Vitalik meetup in Argentina. Like you can see the people that have been to these events. I think that's where the future in this is going to be.
Yeah, well, that's exactly one thing that we're bringing to the table. Although there's some solutions that still bring that to the table, like for example, Pope and something like that.
Yeah.
But they bring many other things. We are exclusively a ticketing company for Web3.
Mm-hmm.
We want to manage tickets and to prevent and solve all the problems that ticketing companies have right now. For example, let me show you the little presentation that I got about FANZ and the problems there is, and the problems and how we solve them.
Yeah.
For example, let me start. FANZ is an NFT event ticketing platform. That's it. It's super simple. The main problems the event industry faces is using old ticketing platforms. Why? Because event organizers still use static QR codes that are extremely vulnerable to ticket fraud, scalping, secondary market sales, and this lowers the customer's trust. So the problem is, as the story I told you, you don't know if you bought a fake or a real ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other things. Like, for example, let's start with the fraud and the counterfeiting. The users don't know if they paid for one real or for one fake. So this means that there's a lot of money lost. And that money is not lost. It's taken by bad actors from fans that want to watch, let's say, a band or a performer that work their ass off. Sorry for the words. But it's like the performer is putting all the effort, and the bad actors, the scammers, are taking the money from the secondary marketplace and the resales, and that's like that system is destroyed.
Yeah.
So the second problem, not only the fraud tickets, but the scalping. There are a lot of bots that buy all the tickets as soon as they are released in the platforms, and then they sell it on the resale pages for 2x, 3x, 4x the prices.
Mm-hmm.
That's another problem. Beyond that, the secondary ticketing market, as I told you, the scalpers buy all the tickets on the official market and they resell them at 5x the price. And that makes the users who really want to attend to the event to buy them 5x the price. So you're forcing fans to pay higher prices.
Mm-hmm.
And once the ticket is sold, as I told you, the ones who do the effort, the artists, the performance, the organizers, have no ways to stop their fans from being taken advantage of. It's like, it's so fucked up.
Yeah.
And apart from that, one point that nobody takes into account is the lack of connection to fans. Most ticketing platforms don't offer a way of rewarding frequent attendees. Like here, you start by buying the ticket and getting an NFT. That can make a snowball into, for example, if you go to Lollapalooza or Ultra 2022, 2023, 24, and if you want to go to the 2025, they, as a community, should give you discounts for being in the previous events, should give you benefits in the events, for example, free drinks, a shirt, passes to the VIP area, meetups with the artists, and so on. Like, that's community building, not a paper ticket that gets lost 2 months after the event. And also, if that's not all, you got a lot of payment intermediaries. For example, you got payment processors in the middle and the ticketing platform. The users now pay through a payment processor that takes like 5% roughly, holds the money for 3 days approx, send it to the ticketing platform, which takes another 12%, and some hold it until the event is done, and then release it to the organizer. So with FANZ, those problems are solved. Let me show you. Our solution, FANZ, an NFT event ticketing dApp. FANZ makes ticketing fraud and scalping impossible, allows organizers to control and profit from the secondary market, allows NFT communities to gate their events with their NFTs, remove all intermediaries from the payment chain, and facilitate organizers to host metaverse events. Number one, let's go to this. Eliminate fraud. This happens by using NFTs that provide the proof of ownership of an event ticket. So the validity of a ticket is extremely easy to be tracked. You will never buy a fake ticket again.
Yeah.
Point two, we reduce touting and scalping. Now we use smart contracts to set the conditions and control the secondary market. So the organizers can define whatever happens. Like, if I want to make my tickets resellable, I make them resellable. If I want to make my tickets non-resellable, they are non-resellable. If I want to make them resellable but with a max price, so I don't want any scalpers to make money, just the ones who cannot go to resell them, that's okay.
Oh, so you can actually change the price in which they can resell it at?
You can select the maximum price at which they can resell it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool because the first thing that I thought about when reading about this was about scalpers and stuff is because I know with the NFT market, like you can see trades in real time and prices go up a lot faster when people know the value of things. But if you can actually set it to, maybe just sell it to get your money back if you can't actually go to the event instead of, like you said, 5x profit, that's awesome.
Exactly. So maybe you got the users, you got the organizers who want to focus on the ethical side and who wants the users to only pay their, let's say, $50 for the event. They maybe they make it resellable with no possibility for the users to make profit. And then maybe there's the other type of organizers, the organizers that just focus on money and they open the reselling process and they let it free. You got everything. Like you got any type.
Can you take reselling off and then after the event's over, can you turn reselling back on? So if people wanted to collect the tickets from the event, they could then purchase them after the event?
Yeah, they can. We got an official marketplace where all tickets can be traded. Yeah.
Nice.
Before and after the event.
Yeah.
And also, why I'm mentioning this reselling part, because this adds a new revenue stream for artists, because now we can track the ownership of the ticket. So each time the ticket is resold, there's a royalty that goes to the organizers. The story I told you, like when I bought a resold ticket, Vitalik didn't took any percentage of that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see him. So it's like here, if I would bought an NFT ticket, maybe Vitalik would have get like a 10% of that money and maybe use it or donate it to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And also, here you can build a community with your fans. one of the purposes is to help event organizers strengthen their relationship with their fans. How? The example I told you, you could use NFTs to give discounts. For example, the example I told you was if you went to the 3 prior year events and you come to this year event, you get a discount, you get a one-on-one with the artists. Also, the organizer has all the wallets from the users who went, so they can airdrop, they can do whatever they want.
Yep.
And also, number 5, we remove payment intermediaries. Now event creators can receive crypto payments directly from attendees. There's no one in the middle. And 6, with FANZ, hosting an event in Miami or in the metaverse is just as easy. We partner with Decentraland to build native integrations to facilitate the creation of all type of events in the metaverse. And in the future, we will love to partner with Sandbox and other metaverses.
Awesome.
In regards to the pricing, which many of you are interested, creating a free ticketed event on FANZ is completely free. We only deduct a 5% fee from ticket sellers, the organizers, for each paid ticket, and a 10% fee from the ticket resellers on the secondary marketplace. This is the founding team. That's me on the left, and that's my co-founder, which we are best friends from college. Well, I could show you a demo if you want. I don't know if I can share screen, but you could go to, let me share in the comments. I think I cannot comment, but you could go to app.fanz.events. That's the page. You search or explore for the events. Maybe if you want to, you can buy one or you can create one. It will be a lot of help if you create events.
Yeah.
In the metaverse, in the real verse, whatever. Just create events. It helps us a lot.
We'll see. We'll see if Slater can get that pulled up or not.
Yeah, that's no problem. It's not. If not, there we go. That's the link. App.fanz.events. Excellent. If you go there, you could explore for all the events we have and create your own for free. Also, for the expert users, events are NFTs, are ERC 721, and tickets are ERC 1155. Events have tickets inside. It's like one NFT composed from many other types of NFTs, like general tickets, VIP tickets, and ultra VIP tickets. Why is that? Because if you sell your brand, your event brand, let's say Tomorrowland sells to another owner, they can transfer the event ownership and thus transfer the royalties. Because as I told you, years ahead, those tickets from 10 years ago can be still reselling.
Yeah.
Due to the utilities they bring.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I really like whenever I explain NFTs to people, I always bring up tickets as being like one of the main things that NFTs are going to be used for, because of, well, every example that you just gave right there with, you know, especially the fraudulent ones, like, yeah, it's so easy for people to just, you know, make a fake QR code ticket or just, like you said, he could have already scanned it and then sold it to you. And then you would have just been, you know, shit out of luck when you show up to the door and you're scanning it and it's already been scanned. So, yeah, I really like what you guys are doing. I did want to ask a little bit about, you know, creating events. So, you know, basically what you said, anyone can go and create an event. Say if they own land in Decentraland, you know, you're helping people monetize that. So say if I had a land parcel in Decentraland and I wanted to host just a meetup, say I had thousands of fans and I wanted to do a fan meetup, I would be able to do that on your platform.
Yeah. In fact, we created one smart item and one SDK integration for the ones who have a land plot or many lands in Decentraland, for you to create the event and gate the access to the land using our invisible wall smart item. So you create your design, you place it on the Decentraland's land, and you get our smart item, you gate all your scene, and then you link it to the event you created on FANZ.
Yeah.
So now the tickets will make the users pass through that invisible wall.
Nice. Now, is there any like size, I guess, requirements? Like, okay, say I don't have thousands of fans. Say it's just, for some reason I want to charge my family to come check out my land and I have like 5 people. Would I still be able to create an event for that?
Yes, you can create any type of events creating the event is free, minting the ticket is free, is everything free unless you charge for your tickets.
Nice. Awesome. Um, and then I guess another question that I did have is, you're working a lot with Decentraland, and you said you want to get in other metaverses such as Sandbox. What IRL events have you, if do you guys plan on working with, I guess?
Yeah. Well, we were planning on working with all the IRL events we can. The idea is to make FANZ the entry point to all events. It's quite big, our objective, but the idea is if you are an event organizer in the metaverse and you create a huge community and then you want to create an IRL event, you can do it on the same page where you have the same profile, the same stats. In our profile, in our page, you will have your profile with your stars rating, like for example, in Uber, your track record of your events, your track record of your tickets. You will have everything. You will have the rankings of the best organizers. Like it's like building your brand as an event organizer, whether it's in the metaverse or in real life. For example, today, in 4 hours, we got an event in real life in Argentina that is about decentralized finance Latam. It's a huge company here. That's our page. Yeah, that's the Explore. Those are some movies on the metaverse.
Okay, so this is like if you want to buy movie tickets on just people watching movies in the metaverse.
Yeah, that's another movie. That's a crypto meetup in La Plata, in Olivos. The one that's below to the left is the one that has 160 users. That is in 12 hours. It's today. Well, it's today.
Nice.
And the one, that one's today.
Like you said, it doesn't cost anything to organize the event. You guys only make money if someone sells tickets to the event, correct?
So we make money if you make money. If not, we don't. And then in your inventory, you can see your purchase tickets.
I'm really surprised, like something like NFT NYC hasn't used something like this, because like Slater had said in the chat, he kept his tickets. I'm like, it's NFT NYC. You would think they would do NFT tickets for the event.
Yeah, we're talking with many event organizers, and they are quite skeptical yet. It's not easy, the transition. I think one of our big challenges, is the Web3 adoption, because there's not so many users that use MetaMask, for example.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard thing for like normal people to get. For sure.
It's funny how you say normal people, because
well, like if I explain MetaMask to even like my brother's 30, and like I tell him about MetaMask and doing gas transactions, he's like, bro, like, can I just use a credit card? Like, Yeah.
Well, my sister's like says the same thing. So I'm like, it's like in the moment when we stop using cash and start using electronic money, like the PayPal adoption and so on. This is the same thing. I think it will take some years to get like global adoption, but it's on that way.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys do have an ERC20 token, correct? It's called FANZ.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it's coming.
It's on our roadmap, yeah.
I guess what are going to be some of the utilities of that token?
Yeah, well, many of those utilities are listed on our white paper. If you click on the About Us, that takes you to our landing page, and there you got all the information, the team, and so on. Yep.
Nice. Okay, so
and well, the benefits could be like, for example, if you hold a certain quantity of fans, you will get early access to some tickets. You will get like, I don't want to release the features now because it's quite private, but yeah.
Okay, you don't have to release any alpha. Are you guys ever going to do any, I guess, like setting up like a DAO? I know a lot of
yes, that's the main objective. That's why we are delaying so much, because creating the token brings a lot of requirements and a lot of like rules we need to take over. For example, we need to develop an DAO application, and that will make us now lose the focus on the product. So we have it on our roadmap, but the priorities are set, and the DAO is not the most important right now. We want to first scale the platform, make it work, create a community, and once that's working, we create the DAO, we release the token, and the platform is fully managed by the users.
Nice. Yeah. And right now, it's just a web application. Do you guys have any plans of creating an iOS or Android app?
Yeah, it's a fully decentralized application, and we have plans on integrating into mobile applications like iOS and Android. Yeah, in the near future.
Nice. And we didn't even mention that everything is on the Polygon network, correct?
Yeah, correctly.
Okay, nice. So
We are blockchain agnostic. We could change to all EVM blockchains in 1 minute. We could deploy all the smart contracts very
yeah,
easy. And if you want to change to a blockchain that's not EVM, that would take a while.
yeah. Nice. Well, Polygon's nice because the fees are low. That's another thing when I explain to my family or just anyone about MetaMask is like, oh yeah, you want to buy this NFT, depending on what the activity like, it could be like $100 fee or like a $20 fee. And they're like, dude, what? Like,
yeah,
it is. There's a lot of adaptation that needs to take place and a lot of learning or just some way to make it easier.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for Ethereum 2.0.
Yeah. We've been waiting for Ethereum 2.0 for a long time.
I hope it comes.
I swear it gets pushed back every year.
Yeah.
I guess as a company, what would you say I guess is your biggest challenge, with FANZ?
Well, the biggest challenge is the one I mentioned, the crypto adoption of the global community.
Yeah.
Because right now all the organizers are asking for us like normal payments methods, for example, with cards and so on, which we are implementing them right now. And the other problem is that they are used to emails.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, for example, if we restrict the users to use MetaMask, notifying the customers is very difficult, like any date change or something like that. Notifying through the wallet address is not ready yet. So it's like we got those challenges, and maybe those are the most strong.
Yeah. I wonder if ENS could solve something like that, where like say if you could link your email to your Ethereum name, your ENS name, and then maybe someone could email you through that. I don't know.
I think you can link your mail, and there's an Ethereum push notification service is project in development. I really don't know the status of that project, but it would be really great.
Yeah, it would. It definitely would solve a whole lot of issues. Well, I mean, your presentation, I had a whole bunch of like stuff to talk over. Your presentation pretty much covered just about every single thing that I could probably potentially talk about.
Well, I got one question.
Okay.
Do you have any events on Decentraland?
Do I have any events? We have not moved over into Decentraland yet. We're primarily Sandbox right now.
Okay. So I'm thinking like doing an event together, but we should wait for or you starting in Decentraland or we going to Sandbox.
We definitely want to start doing stuff in Decentraland, like Slater 8 said in chat. It's funny is like, you mentioned just the metaverse events, and it was like a month ago or so. I can't remember, but we did have like a DJ Tropics. He came on and we did this whole like DJ show, and there was like a ticket booth in our social hub here. And like, obviously it was like a fake ticket because we didn't make people pay to come in, but even, I mean, yeah, that would literally be something that your service would be used for. If we wanted to charge people for, I guess, a metaverse hangout or a metaverse concert of such.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
But even if you want to do it for free, you could. We are now finishing one feature that uses like unlockable content for the NFT owners. So maybe you want to do a private meetup or something like that. You create tickets, you hide the link for the, let's say, Zoom, Google Meet, or the stream, and you make only the users that got the ticket enter, or maybe password access or something like that.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, true. That is true, because we did have issues with POAP. We were having people that came and collected POAPs throughout the show when we were doing that, and if it was a free ticket, they would get that ticket for showing up. So I guess do you kind of like consider yourself a competitor of POAP or no?
No, no. We are, in fact, we are integrating with Pop. We
Oh,
want to
okay.
get all our events, we want to get them to release one pop. Because the point when everybody asks me that question, I answer the same thing. It's like we think we are only taking care of the ticketing part. Like
Yeah.
you want to enter an event, whether it's free or it's paid.
Hmm.
Pope is like a proof of attendance protocol. It tells you that you went there, but the community shifted a bit the use of the popes. Now you can go to an event and return with 10 popes because maybe you won one competition, you won a raffle. Now there's a new feature called Raffle Pope. So it's like I see it different. It's not like a ticketing page. It's not Eventbrite for Web3, for example.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, from my personal experience with POAP is there's a lot of people are able to bot it to where like a couple people can claim all the POAPs, or
Yeah.
yeah, we were having issues during the concert. Like there was a place where we had it hidden, but then like someone had came in and claimed all of them or something. I don't know.
And well, that's a huge problem, but because I don't want to say anything bad in against Pop, but it's quite weird that it's a proof of attendance protocol and you can sell the proof of attendance.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
I guess 6 months from now, where do you see fans?
Six fans. Oh, that's a good question. I wish 6 months is like January, give or take.
Yeah.
I wish we would be integrated with Sandbox, having a lot of users in Decentraland and many IRL events.
Nice, nice. I would love to see that. Well, is there anything you feel like that we didn't cover today that you'd like to
I
talk
think,
about?
yeah, I think we covered everything. Yeah,
Th-
maybe
Very
I would
good.
like to share the socials, so the users maybe have any questions related to in regards to fans. They're
Yep.
very simple. At fans events in all socials.
At FANZ events. You guys have a Discord as well?
Yeah, we got everything.
All right,
At
there we
fans
go.
events. Yeah, that's one. That's one. You can find it there. And if you want to find me personally, Julian, well, I should write it because it's a bit difficult in English. They are there's Slater can share it with you. And well, any question, feel free to ask me through Twitter. I answer to everything.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I really do appreciate you coming on. I really hope, to see you guys integrated in the sandbox and these live events, these NFT NYCs or Vegas or whatever. I hope to see you guys doing the tickets for them.
Well, we would love to be doing the tickets and being speakers. So
Nice,
if you
nice.
got any contacts or anyone on the audience got any contacts in NFT or NYC or similar, please tell me.
All right, will do. Hit them up on Twitter. Thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching the show. It's a little bit shorter show than usual, but like I said, I think we covered everything that there is to cover. We will be live again tomorrow, 12 o'clock Eastern. Check out the link tree right there, post in the chat, fans or Linktree/FANZ events. And once again, Julian, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for the space, for the time. Thanks to the audience for listening. And I hope we added a lot of value in regards to NFT ticketing and how we solve the problems that ticketing systems nowadays don't solve. Thanks a lot. Have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching.